Gil, you were saying best of that director. You feel that Mulholland Drive is David Lynch's best film?
I might need to rewatch Blue Velvet, but I do feel like I've only watched it once or twice, but
I've only seen it once.
I do think because Blue Velvet is a really good movie, like moment to moment. Um,
Yeah,
but but like Mulholland Drive, I just really admire people that just play with the grammar. Like they take like movie structure and they take it to like a new level, like something that we haven't seen before. And I feel like he just does that in Mulholland Drive, but he doesn't necessarily do it in Blue Velvet. And I think it's just really special. Like to take like something deceivingly simple, like an actress that wants to make it in Hollywood. That's like the
yeah,
most. It's kind of like what Damien Chazelle did with like La La Land. Like he took like the most cliche story, wanting to succeed in Hollywood, and but he made it as a musical, and he
yeah.
romanticized the hell out of it, and he made it about dreams in general, not just that, and it kind of works. It's not as good as Mulholland Drive, but it was really successful. But Mulholland Drive really, it looks like a TV movie. It was supposed to, apparently they say it was supposed to be a TV show. It's shot like a TV movie, like it's shot so simply, but like it's a mesmerizing movie, like really mesmerizing. Like I think 2001 is like the only one that I put in the same category as far as like a movie that's just so simple, so like slow, but when you put all the pieces together, it's really like something else. Like I've like when I got that movie for the first time, maybe the third, fourth time that I watched it, mostly because I was too young when I first watched it.
Right.
I was like, this is awesome. And I have to admit, I didn't catch it all. Like I had to, I looked up some hints online, and then I finally got exactly where it connected. But I was like, if I were to watch it now for the first time, I would probably get it, like on first viewing, like the sequence of events. But
Basic.
back then, I
Yeah.
just wasn't as like trained. But yeah, that movie is so simple yet so clever, and it says a lot, like about just the nature of dreams, the nature. I mean, it's about someone dreaming to be famous, and a dream kills them. Like literally, the dream kills her. Like that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's genius storytelling. Like it's don't dream. If you don't have the talent, because it's gonna kill you. That's basically the meaning of that movie. It takes that idea and it makes it like builds it onto itself. Like the whole movie, two-thirds of the movie is a dream, and it's about a person that's dreaming, but she's daydreaming while she's actually dreaming. It's brilliant. Like it's just to me, it's one of those perfect movies. Like it's definitely like top 10 of all time. Like it's genius. But again, I can totally see like someone who's not getting everything that I just said watching that movie. It's kind of boring. It's just like a woman. She's kind of a shitty actress, and she's jealous of other people, and she can't make it in the business. Like, what's going on? And there's all these weird scenes with these weird people that are unrelated to each other, and it's just very vague. And if you're not connecting those dots, it's just a bunch of interesting, semi-interesting scenes. Not even that interesting if you're not with it. But if you're on the wagon, you know,
Yeah.
like a 2001 or like a Tenant, or if you're like on there and you're with it, and you're like, yeah, I'm not getting every sentence, I'm not getting every word, like I'm not with you completely, but I know what's going on here. I'm with you, I'm following through. Like when you get it, there's very few movies that are as satisfying to like you know to come to their conclusions. That's the way I see those movies. Not to say that they're the best movies ever. I mean, technically I do put those two movies like in my top 10, but like Mulholland Drive in 2001,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying that that's the only way to make a brilliant movie. So but it's just that's just those movies are so
That's just
satisfying, but are so frustrating at the same time, to some people, or to me when I first watched them and I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Elephant Man was better.
I was, damn it.
Which one? Which one?
Damn it,
The
Matt.
Elephant Man.
I was waiting for an opening.
Which one? Which one?
The
No,
Elephant Man.
Oh, the Elephant Man. The Elephant Man? Oh, come on. I mean, the Elephant Man is it's kind of like the straight story. It's like a good movie, but it's you know it's I know that like it's considered a very good movie, but it's kind of like it's not a Lynch movie, like you know. But
Wow.
I'm fucking with you, but
yeah.
well, I'm not entirely fucking with you. I actually really love that movie, but
It's a good movie. Like it's actually interesting that David Lynch, unlike Terrence Malick, is capable of making a straight movie. Like he's
yeah,
done a few of them, but what's really unique about him is the Blue Velvets and the the what's it called, like Highway something.
What would you
Um,
say is Terrence Malick's most straight, normal movie? Would it be Brave New World?
are you?
I mean,
I mean,
New
the New
World,
World.
sorry. Yeah,
Who are you asking, me or Gil?
both of you, yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
Days of
yes,
Heaven.
Days of Heaven, probably, huh?
Yeah,
I think Badlands. I think Badlands is
yeah,
his most
yeah,
straight movie, and
yeah.
and then like the second most like is a toss between the New World and what the High Heaven
Days of Heaven.
Days of
Yeah,
Heaven. Yeah. But because Days of Heaven and the New World are very engaging and very straightforward, but they still use that lyrical, mostly visual, very little dialogue style. But Badlands is almost like a straight movie.
yeah, yeah.
I've not seen that
I think I have to concede that. I mean, Badlands was really just kind of a movie. I mean, it was a good movie. I'm not dissing Badlands, but it was pretty straightforward. But I mean, to me, in so many ways, Badlands was Terrence Malick before he was Terrence Malick. Yeah,
Yeah. It's basically people making. It's in the same way that, like, for example, like nowadays there's like directors like Ari Aster and what's his face, the one who did the Lighthouse. Um,
yeah.
um, the Eggers, forgot his name,
Eggers, I
Eggers
think it's
something,
Eggers. Yeah,
Eggers, yeah, David something, I'm not sure, but in any case, those two guys, I mean, they're like two huge talents, and they kind of got into it from horror movies, but you can obviously that they don't want to make horror movies. They just thought that a horror movie was the easiest way to get your first movie made, or
yeah,
maybe the first few movies made. But I'm pretty sure that either of those guys, like once they get big, I think already their next movies are not necessarily horror. Like they're more like art house drama type of like
yeah.
stuff. Like they might have elements of it because they don't want to alienate their fan base that quickly. But I'm sure they'll evolve. So same thing as like Terrence Malick. I'm sure Kubrick made like a random thing about a boxer and a crime boss or something before he became Kubrick. So yeah, that's always an evolution of. Although David Lynch made Eraserhead, so that you gotta give him props. He was always David Lynch.
Yeah. Um, uh, and though with Eggers, I don't think that I would categorize The Lighthouse as being horror. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah,
He's already not
yeah.
a made a horror. I
I
mean,
mean,
Ari Aster like
it
made two horror
yeah,
movies in a row, but
right.
I think his next one is not gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, The Lighthouse was definitely, suspense, like it was uncomfortable. It was rough, but, it was a psychological, you know, mind fuck,
Oh, it's like a cabin in the woods,
Right,
oh, cabin fever kind of movie, yeah. Which is like
yeah,
semi horror, but not all the
yeah,
way. Yeah.
yeah, but it wasn't handled like a horror movie. Yeah, I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
just the fact that they shot it Academy frame, 35 millimeter, black and white, just they handled it like you know, a like it was, a seaman's tale, yeah, a seaman with an A, not
well
not
with both in that
not
movie.
Yeah, not yeah. Actually, yeah, it could go both ways in that movie.
Gil, Gil, I don't know if either of us ever told you about this, but and you know, God forbid anybody ever actually listen to this. You know, huge spoilers for both movies, but I was I was talking to Matt. Probably, let me look this up real quick. This was 2019 when the Lighthouse came out, so it probably would have been right around 2019, like that year, right? And
Mhm.
he had seen it. I had not yet, right? And we were discussing movies, and we were discussing Oscar movies. You know, movies that were at least noticed and talked about Oscar buzz or nominated for lots of stuff. I was talking to Matt about Shape of Water. Now, bear in mind the timing. Like I said, he had seen this movie recently, was trying to tell me about it, how good it was, and that I needed to go see it. I had not seen it yet, and we're talking about these movies, and I'm telling him why I love Shape of Water so much. And I was like, this movie was fucking incredible. I love this movie. Is one of my favorite Oscar-winning films of the last like 5 or 6 years. I was like, this movie is everything it was supposed to be, and it was just so good. And I said, like, I love how uplifting it is at the end of the movie. It's like I fully expected it to go one way, and it went the other way, and I had such a incredible cathartic experience watching it. And I said, and I mean, bravo for what this says about us as a people. I mean, we're at the point now where we are not just nominating, but we are picking, you know, the winning film of the year had fish fucking in it. You know? And I
Yeah.
told Matt, I said, when are you ever going to see another movie win an Oscar or even get nominated or talked about, appreciated, that has fish fucking in it? And I can tell you right now, through the fucking phone, I could hear Matt just like. And it wasn't until about 3 or 4 months later when I finally watched the Lighthouse, and I was like, "Holy fuck, Matt! Oh my god!"
I see. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
fish fucking.
Who would have known? You know, maybe they come in threes. Maybe the first one was the South Park one with
Do you like
Johnny.
fish sticks? It's funny. I just thought about the other day. Like I went to Vaughn's and I was like getting my in the fish section, and the moment I look at the fish sticks, I'm like talking to myself. You like fish sticks?
Like putting fish in your mouth.